The question of the day is, who won this trade? And let's get straight into it. We're going to start with James Harden. James Harden background, we all know that if he don't want to be somewhere, he going to do whatever he takes to get up out of there. And that's going to be a stain on his legacy. It don't work like that, James Harden. But anyway, that's a different discussion for a different day. The pros of James Harden going to the Philadelphia Sixers. There's only one pro. You have James Harden and Joel Embiid. They fit. Here's why. Because you can ISO James Harden and you can ISO Joel Embiid. It's not too many people in the NBA is going to stop that. Joel Embiid, like, there's nobody going to stop him. So that's the pro right there. That ISO ball is going to work in the playoff because when you need a basket, like right now, third quarter, we down 4. You don't want to go down 6, 8, 10. We need a basket or we need a quick 4 or 5, 6 points. You come down the floor, don't call a play, throw the ball to Joel Embiid, let him work. Then if he don't work, I would put James Harden away on top of the key. Don't put him right in front of him in that corner or on that wing. Put him on top of the key or the opposite wing of Joel Embiid. So when he kick it, the defender have to run to James Harden. Then when the defender run to James Harden, you know James Harden, that's easy. He gonna pump fake, go around, or pump fake, stop and hit the 3. That's James Harden package. He can do that. But that's the only pro I see. The pick and roll, Joel Embiid is not a pick and roll person. Because here's why. He's too slow with it. Go look back at the John Stockton and Karl Malone. The only way it's going to work, you have to pick and roll on the elbow. Pick and roll on the elbow, so that way you put Joel Embiid at one dribble basket. That's the only pro I see. Because the defense didn't get better. You gave away your shooting and Curry from the Philly. That's the only thing. Your offense improved just by a margin. Because now you didn't drop too much from shooting. But now you can ISO ball and plus you can run the offense through pick and roll and get the mismatch on James Harden and Embiid. Now you have 2 mismatching pieces. It'll work in the playoffs, but in the regular season, I don't think it's going to work. But if they make it, which they will, they in the East. The East is not good right now. It's going to work, and teams going to have trouble with that because if you stop James Harden, you're going to have to stop Embiid. Then if you stop Embiid, you're going to have to stop James Harden. You're going to have to pick your poison. You can't stop both of them. You're going to have to choose. Then don't let Joel Embiid get your center in foul trouble. Then it's a wrap. They're going to win. Now, number 2, let's talk about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons going to the Brooklyn Nets. I want to get in this. It's like the Brooklyn Nets have the recipe. They have all those little nuggets and pieces on their team because this is the starting lineup here. It's going to be Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving when he's there, Blake Griffin, Ben Simmons, and whoever they put in there else. If Steve Nash can get that team on one page, they are dangerous. I don't see no team beating them because you got height, you got size. Then I think you got Drummings in the middle. You have the recipe to go win it this year. The pros, the offense is still the same. You got Kevin Durant and Kyrie. Nothing's going to change. But you have to put offensive plays in so that way you just don't swing the ball to Kevin Durant and he just go ISO ball all game, or Kyrie go ISO ball all game. They might win you a couple, but when you going for the big chip, you need a system. You need a system to get the ball moving so that way people won't just target in on one person for 7 games straight, or if it go that far, 7 games. That's the pros. Nothing changed on offense. The defense got better. They got bigger, taller. I don't know what Philly was doing. Like Philly handed the keys to Brooklyn Nets. Say, hey, go in. Because Ben Simmons is going to take off. Like, I'm telling you right now, once he get his feet wet again, once he understand the system, once he understand the coaching and the players around him, he's going to take off because you have to spread the floor. You can't leave Kyrie alone and you can't leave KD alone. So what's going to happen is you're going to have to double KD because if you don't, he's going to torture. then Kyrie gonna draw 2 or 3 people every time because you know how he danced with the ball. Then Ben Simmons gonna have lanes to run, lanes to cut, lanes to dunk, lanes to rebound. Everything Ben Simmons good at is going to be done on the Brooklyn Nets. Man, like the Brooklyn Nets is going, if they get it together, they're going to knock it out the park. Kevin Durant gonna have his 3rd ring. Yeah, because he got 2 3rd ring. Kyrie gonna have his 2nd one. Steve Nash can some way, somehow get those pieces working like a well-oiled machine. I don't see no cons. I don't see no cons in that trade. That was an awesome trade because everything Ben Simmons good at, the Brooklyn Nets is going to open up for him to do that. I don't see no cons. I see pros with that trade. Now, before I get into my conclusion, I am telling Ben Simmons, hey, you see what Giannis doing? Do that. But just remove the shooting. Go in the post. If I'm Ben Simmons, if I'm Steve Nash, I'm telling Ben Simmons, get in the weight room, gain about 15 pounds of muscle, and be Giannis. KD gonna occupy 1 or 2. Kyrie gonna occupy 1 or 2. Ben Simmons, watch Giannis and do what Giannis do. Run the floor, rebounds, defend, and just be a bully in there. My conclusion here is the Brooklyn Nets won this because now the Brooklyn Nets is a complete team. They have the shooting, they have the size, they have the rebound, and they have the hustle. Then they have the ISO, and they have the system play if they want to put it in there. They have every phase of the game. So when they hit the playoffs, the Brooklyn Nets gonna be like, I don't want to play the Brooklyn Nets because they have every phase of the game. Every phase of the game, from backcourt to front court to ISO ball to system play to free throws, and a bench could come off and give you 10 to 15 points. The Brooklyn Nets won this trade. The Sixers are one ankle injury away from not being nothing. So this playoffs is going to really tell the difference of who won this trade. But I'm telling you right now, the Brooklyn Nets won this trade. Thank you for showing up again to the Sports 78 podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. See you again.